Hey guys, Akio Murasaki here. Today I want to talk a little bit about pipelines, more specifically Reddit. I know people like talking about pipelines, so today I'm going to be talking about the Reddit radicalization pipeline and a bit of a context here, Jelly Hoshiumi and her latest endeavors when it comes to Minecraft, getting shut down by FaceConnect, her company, and also the weird reaction from people all over the place on Twitter and also on Reddit. So what happened exactly? So Jelly Hoshiumi posted a comment regarding the Minecraft announcement, the DLC, Good Trouble, so it was called, about the civil rights movement. Now, obviously, she overreacted a little bit, but I think she had a fair point. I don't want to see politics in my blogs game. That is completely fair. However, right afterwards, she was hit by this announcement from FaceConnect. Thank you for supporting FaceConnect. Recent comments made on Twitter by one of our talents, that is Jelly Hoshiumi, included discussion on sensitive topics, sensitive issues. Well, of course, that's true. FaceConnect's focus has been and always will be providing entertainment through different personalities and a wide range of unique content. Okay? We do not tolerate racism, hatred, or bigotry in our communities. Now, this doesn't really apply to any of the things she said. She simply, expressed her, fairly mild, I would rather say, considering we were on Twitter, fairly mild dissatisfaction with Minecraft deciding to not really publish because they already had it out, but basically to promote their very political civil rights movement DLC, which in the end ended up being nothing more than propaganda, but that's on a completely different topic. But anyway, of course, Jelly has been quote-unquote cancelled by the online mob, unsurprisingly. So people were, kind of dunking a little bit on these reactions, but that's very true. It's absolutely what happened. Oh my god, guys, she's like literally Hitler because she wants a blog game about building houses to be a blog game about building houses. This is basically what her reaction boils down to. There was nothing controversial. There was also nothing racist about her reaction. And also, why are people even upset? Why, for instance, FaceConnect fans are upset about the situation? Because FaceConnect is absolutely known for having fans like this and posting things like this, for instance. I apologize for the wording in our announcement. This is about Sakana, the CEO. FaceConnect has always stood behind our talents and will continue to do so. We did not mean to imply that Jelly had done anything wrong, nor that the attacks against her or her character were justified. Yeah, and so this is the kind of jokes that FaceConnect fans, of course, make. This should not surprise anyone. Why the shockers? The CEO, Sakana, here is absolutely in on the jokes, and this is one of the reasons why he ended up apologizing to Hoshiumi for the announcement. I don't think he was in any way involved, rather he wasn't the instigator of this announcement, but he was probably also kind of shut down a little bit by either the PR department on who does the communications from FaceConnect for dunking on Minecraft and kind of being involved in well, not really a hate campaign, but something sensitive, so to speak. Now, where is the problem with this exactly? The problem is Reddit. The problem is a lot of this online mob who is already spinning a completely wild, out of blue sky, literally, narrative around Jelly Hoshiumi, also known as Jadolf Jitler. This is a running joke. I might post a clip later. That she makes an apology, immediately backpedals, and I think this is the absolute hitter here. She says that Sakana apologized to her. He did. For apologizing for her racist remark. Her remarks were not racist, as they said. Unfortunately, the post has already been deleted, so you can't really see these remarks. They were not really racist. They were not even strictly political. She simply said, I don't want to see politics in my blog game. It was very basic. She was just very vocal about this. That's literally all it boils down to. There's nothing else to be really said. To which she sent him a picture of a self-help book. And here we go of the really deep, typical Reddit end. The term self-help book in alt-right circles. Alt-right. Okay, so Hoshiumi is apparently already considered alt-right. Even though her remarks were not racist, even though she is absolutely not alt-right. She's just a slightly edgy VTuber, and to be fair, Face Connect does have a lot of edgy VTubers, and most of them are way more edgy than Hoshiumi here. The term self-help book in alt-right circles often refers to Hitler's Mein Kampf. And they all had one big laugh. This is sickening. So someone already watched this clip. Someone, was watching the stream, clipped it on purpose, and already convinced themselves that this self-help book they were talking about, that Hoshiumi was talking about in the video, it has to be. What else could it be? It needs to be Hitler's Mein Kampf. Obviously, it needs to be. Let's play the clip.
Right, so I feel like now that everything's calmed down a little bit, I feel like I can kind of say that everything is actually cool between me and the company. Did you change? No, I didn't. Everything is actually cool. Sakura did personally send me like an apology, so we're actually pretty good. We've been talking. I took a picture of a book and I sent it to him. I asked if he wanted it. He said yeah. So everything is actually fine. So don't worry about it. Okay? It's good. I don't want you guys to be angry. I don't want you guys to be upset on behalf of me. If anything, I just want you guys to be chill, just like me, and kind of let it go. You know what book? It's a self-help book. I don't know if I can say the title, but it was a self-help book. So... What? It was a self-help book! I looked at it and I was like, this reminds me of my boss. Not Alcoholics Anonymous. Is that a book? I thought that was like a thing, man. But yes.
Okay, so this is basically the entire clip. Let's now take 5 steps back, touch some grass, and think about this. Because to me personally, my first thought is, you know what? Hentai. It has to be hentai. She thought about the boss. Now what could that be? I'm thinking about like a really spicy CEO thing. Or it might have been an actual book and it might have been romantasy, for instance. One of these like hardcore CEO plus main girl romantasy books. What are the chances? We're talking about a VTuber corporation here. We're talking about her talking to the CEO. What are the chances it was Mein Kampf? And what are the chances it could have been hentai or a romantasy book? Let's take 3 steps back and let's think about it logically. Which is more likely? Now, of course, that doesn't really stop some people from going on absolute delusional trails and, going on of like, what other book are you not allowed to say the name of on stream? Oh my god, there is a number of books, and someone here gives an example. The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. That is one such book, for instance. And again, as I said, could have been romantasy, could have been hentai, could have been literally anything else. And this is a comment I really agree with. Bro, you already don't like her. What's this get? She's not my cup of tea. Exactly. You don't like her? Don't watch her clips. Why are you going off on a bender? And then, literally inventing all of these theories, inventing all of this like complete delusions. Like these people are absolute delulu that they cannot even imagine this being anything else but a regular boring or like a regular spicy book. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about when I mean the Reddit radicalization pipeline. There was a couple of comments here from people who were like, a little more reasonable and trying to be a little bit more reasonable. But these people do not get a lot of upvotes. They get like 12 upvotes. The majority of people who get the crazy amount of upvotes are the people who are really at the deep end and who really need therapy. Touching grass might not be enough anymore, guys. That's not an apology. That's her admitting the company let her get away with it and she hasn't changed even 1%. Changed from what? Changed in what sense? What does she need to change? And her playing the victim, don't be upset on behalf of me, they sent an apology. They did. And to top it off, the blatant Mein Kampf. And look at this. I'm gonna read the whole sentence. And to top it off, the blatant Mein Kampf. I'm assuming so, because literally what other book would you not be able to say the title of? Actually disgusting. You literally imagine this. You put yourself in a position that your brain is so incredibly internet broken that you are absolutely obsessed with the Mustache Man. And the only thing you can possibly imagine out of hundreds of books is Mein Kampf. I'm gonna say this person needs help. And unfortunately, this person gets already like 90 upvotes here. And there are more people like this. This is the entire problem. If Hitler knew that his most vocal supporters today were Southeast Asian PDF baiters, he would shoot himself again. Oh my god. And it just goes off on the deep end. You can see 80 upvotes, 50 upvotes, 51. The majority of the prominent posts nowadays on Reddit are literally this and literally what the OP posted here. This is crazy. These people legitimately need help. And I'm gonna be very honest here. This is not the first and the last case of such a turn of events. This is happening on Reddit non-stop. You will see person A posting an absolute, delusion, a complete twist of what actually happened for her racist remarks. That person, this shoddy technician here, very likely doesn't even know what that remark was because the post was deleted already. As you can see here on Twitter, for instance, Jelly Hoshiumi's post was completely deleted. It's gone, okay? So that person very likely doesn't even know what those racist remarks were. What they did was simply connecting dots A instantly to Z and going off this announcement here from Face Connect. Of course, if Face Connect is responding, what else could it be? It must have been a racist remark, right? And then suddenly, of course, if she's Jadolf Hitler, it had to be Mein Kampf. There's no other possibility. Like, guys, what are we doing here? And this is really getting me, to be honest, because you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to be the next step? These people are going to go out and harass both Sakana and Hoshiumi and Jelly, and also, again, the Face Connect fans. And we're going to have another Hogwarts Legacy in our hands. And this is really bothering me because a lot of these people on Reddit do operate like this. They take a rumor, they twist the rumor, they build an entire lore on top of this rumor. They later self-radicalize and boil in this weird swamp of other people who, just thrive on rumors apparently. And then they later go outside, and I don't mean outside, real outside. I mean outside as into other social media. They go to Twitter and they spew hate. And then we have this complete cycle of hate all the freaking time. And it's really bothersome because nowadays online, yeah, it's a tough place, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my coverage, and I see you in the next one. Mata ne!